from the voucher. What should I do?
These wraps. Mm.
I can get one. Okay.
I think I just have a bag instead. Um,
So I'm like, oh, I'm using the. Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hi, I just this is Mo. I just joined. I just dialed in now, so I was just saying hello. Before we start.
So if you're a finalist, could you please put on your video with the backdrop just for us to confirm that everything is working correctly, please? So we've seen for one of the finalists. Can we see the others? Student Build, Bear, JD Trust, Adana.
Hi, Kemi. So I think it's exactly 4. So, well, 10 a.m. EST. So I think we can begin. I think you are muted, actually.
Okay, hi.
Hi, Kemi.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. I was just getting a few messages from Tolu. Just a minute. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Kemi Olawoye, and it is such a pleasure to welcome you to the UnHacked pitch competition organized by Vazi Legal. Once again, my name is Kemi Olawoye, and I am your PM Watts. That's West African time, and I can see that we have all our finalists, we have our judges already set and ready to judge and to listen to the pitches of all finalists. Before I move forward, I'd like to invite Mo for a very short welcome address, just to tell us a bit about this event, why we are here today, and what to expect at this event. Mo, are you on standby, please?
Yes, I am. So let me just let me
Absolutely.
see. Okay.
You have the floor. Please go ahead.
My background is okay. Hi, everybody. I should have a background, but anyway, I don't. So I just wanted to say thank you, first of all, for everyone who was here right now and who's on time. So I mean, I'm gonna make this very brief, very simple. Vazi Legal, as you all know, is a firm that is focused, or as most people know, is a firm that is focused on the innovation space. That's exactly and the only thing that we do. All our clients are either investors or startups. And the main reason why we decided to hold this competition is because having been rendering legal services in the space for about 2 years now, we thought it was a way for us to not only give back, but also interact with the community, with the tech community across the continent in a way that it's not usual for us or even law firms. So, we're thinking about the best thing to do at the end of the year. And we're like, okay, you know what, let's try a virtual pitch competition. One of the things that again was very important for us was the kind of founders that we were going to have on. We really wanted to get a diversity of representation in terms of gender. That was very important for me, because one thing I joke about all the time is, for a gender advocates, 90% of my clients are male. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think it's just representative of the data that we have, in the tech ecosystem. So for me, personally, aside what the law firm does, I'm very committed to seeing more women in tech. So when we're going to start this, for me, it was like, okay, for every single person who was going to come in, they had to at least have one female co-founder. That was very important. That's why I wanted to start with that. But I'm going to leave the stage now. I just wanted to say thank you again. We had a lot of fun reading through all the applications. It was really interesting, innovative. You guys are really up to very interesting things. And again, thank you to all the judges. I'm really excited to hear your pitches. And I would say, don't be nervous. It's 5 minutes. Just talk about it like you talk to people that you actually like. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna be at the background, listening to you until you hear from me again. So Kemi, please, you can take it away.
Thank you very much, Mo, for that welcome address. That was very brief, but also very insightful. And I'm glad that you shed light on the important things and what we need to look forward to today. It's important for me to, like I said earlier, that this particular pitch competition is organized by Vazi Legal, and they are Africa's top innovation-driven law firm that represents investors, startups, and technology-enabled enterprises at all stages of development. And UnHacked is a pitch competition where African-focused technology startups pitch their companies for a chance to emerge as winners. It's very important for me to mention that this is a highly contested pitch competition. We had over 143 applications, and we had to just pick 8 finalists. And today we're going to have 3 people who would go home with the different prizes: the first person, the first runner-up, and the second runner-up. At this point, I'd like to introduce our esteemed judges from different parts of the world. Let me also mention that our finalists are from different parts of Africa. Nigeria is ably represented here today. We have Ghana ably represented, Kenya, as well as Zimbabwe. Our first judge for today, please, when I call your name, kindly turn on your video so that we can see you and appreciate you for being a part of this event. Our first judge, rather, for this event is Tiani Majoko. Tiani Majoko, please, are you currently on this call? Please, can you turn on?
Hi.
Thank you so much. Someone is. Please, can we have the person who is unmuted? Please, can you mute? That is Next Weird Tech Hub. Thank you very much, Next Weird Tech Hub. And for that, thank you very much, Tiani Majuku, for joining us today. You look absolutely stunning. Our next judge is Wiza Jalakasi. Apologies if I pronounced the name wrongly. Wiza Jalakasi, please, can you turn on your video and wave so that we can recognize you? And thank you very much for being a part of this event. Can we have Next Weird Tech Hub turn off a video? It's not time for you to turn on your video. Next Weird Tech Hub, can you turn off your video as we move forward with the event? Thank you very much. Wiza Jalakasi, are you here? Our second judge for this pitch competition. Okay.
Yes, I am. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking out time to be here. We are honored to have you. And our final judge for today is Tejumade Afonja. She is a computer scientist. Tejumade Afonja, are you currently on this call?
Hi. Yes, I am. Unfortunately, my video isn't turning on, so you can't see my face, but you can hear me, hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. We can hear you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Now moving on to I would say the most exciting part after announcing the winners. Definitely, this part is one of the most exciting parts of today's event, and why we are here. It's time to introduce our finalists to have them pitch, for this event. And our first finalist, the first person we'll be pitching for today is GD Trust. GD Trust offers local language, TV, and English financial literacy courses and digital bookkeeping. GD Trust is a startup in Ghana. I said earlier that all countries, not all African countries, but we have about 4 African countries were represented at this event today. So we have GD Trust all the way from Ghana. GD Trust, are you ready to pitch this afternoon?
Yes, please, I am. I'm also really honored to be here, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you very much, and over to you.
All right, thanks. So I prepared a bit of presentation, if that's okay. Hello?
Yes, please. I believe that you can share your screen.
No, I try. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
All righty.
All right. Please, can you see my screen? Thank you very much.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
My name Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dela Mazio Nyanyo from the GD Trust team, where we are the business growth partner for small businesses in Africa.
Did we lose her? I think
It
we
seems
did.
so. I can't get anything.
Oh, okay. Kemi, are you there? Okay. We probably, Kemi, maybe since we can't find, since she dropped off, maybe we move on to the next person, and then when she comes back on, we would, you know, she can pitch again.
Hello, I'm sorry, I'm having a few problems with my internet connection. I'm going to try and I'm reloading the presentation again.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry about this. Thank you very much. Share screen.
Finalists, we have DocSpark drones. Do we have DocSpark drones available and on standby to pitch, please? Okay, I can see that GD Trust is back.
Okay.
Can GD Trust hear me, please?
Yes, please. I can hear you.
Okay, please, do you have a stable internet now to move forward, or would you rather we move to the second finalist?
I can go right after the second finalist, if that's okay.
Yes, please, so that you can get that together. Please, can we have DocSpark drones on standby? She ready? Is DocSpark drones ready? DocSpark is set to make use of. Okay, fantastic. So let me very quickly introduce you, read out your profile. DocSpark is set to make use of drone technology to attend to emergency cases across various parts of the continent within a relatively short time, as opposed to the time delay experienced when making use of road transportation in movement of necessary materials. DocSpark drones is from Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining and even applying for this pitch competition. Please go ahead with your pitch.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chinoyerim Chuku. I'm the co-founder at DocSpark Drones, and it's good to be here this evening. An Arabian proverb says that he who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. No doubt that this proverb was said out of experiences people have had over years. 2 billion people all over the world have issues accessing basic health amenities, and for years this has been the case. 1.2 million people encounter road traffic crashes, resulting in their deaths most of the time, and this is the statistics of people who die yearly. Now, with these statistics, you may be wondering what could be the cause, what could have gone wrong or something, because it's quite a huge number. The truth is, most of the deaths from the road traffic crashes are deaths resulting from delay in response from health personnel to these people, not necessarily because of the fatality of the accident or of the issue. Now, after the issue experienced in Ghana in the year 2001, May 19th, where 127 lives were lost, it was said that the Ghanaian government came up with NAS, which is the National Ambulance Service, to be able to respond to issues like this, where the health personnel are not able to come in to help victims quickly. Now, this, in trying to meet this need or in trying to solve this problem, the initial number of ambulances present in Ghana was 24. But in trying to solve this problem, the NAS increased it to 124. That is 100 extra ambulances to solve this problem. And now you'll be wondering, okay, now that there are 100 more, something should have been done or things would have gotten better. But let me shock you, even with that increase, the response time initially for the target as at when it was increased from 24 ambulances to 124, the response target was 8 minutes. But even with the increase to 124, you wouldn't guess that the response target became 17 minutes, which is 9 minutes difference from what their target was. Surprising, right? That shows you that even with the measures that government took in trying to curb this thing, the road transportation wasn't still enough to curb it, which means there are still limitations in that road transportation, ranging from traffic, because of course the ambulance bus could have gotten stuck while trying to meet the victims, or we can say bad roads. We understand that there are rural areas, and even those that are not rural areas, they have some deplorable road conditions. Or we could even say checkpoints, because you have to stop at where military officers are and listen to them and get to know what they want to say. So with all these things, it is very obvious that there are several limitations to road transportation in trying to meet emergencies regarding lives and properties, because one life lost means a lot. Now, what does DocsPark drone want to do, or what are we set to do concerning this thing? DocsPark drone is here to meet the needs of emergency and response time fast using drones, because of course drones fly on air, they don't move on the road. So the time it will take the ambulances to get to a particular destination, with drones it is cut to at least half of that time. And you imagine the number of lives that would have been saved if victims are met on time. There are several examples I could give to this. Let me tell you a short story. There's a boy called Mukasi from Uganda. While he was playing on the field with his friends, he got shot on the leg. And in trying to get into the hospital, they actually did get into the hospital. But on getting there, considering he stays in a small village somewhere in Uganda, he was unable to get, his blood sample was taken, and it was found out that his blood type wasn't available at the time because he was bleeding and he had bled so much. Now, the hospital in his village phoned another hospital in town to get his blood sample and all of that. But considering the deplorable situation of the road leading to his house or to his village, it would take the ambulance 2 hours to get there, 2 good hours. And considering somebody who is bleeding that much, you can tell that the person's life is hanging on a thread. Bukasi's life was actually hanging on a thread. Now, think of it. If it takes the ambulance 2 hours to get there, that means we can be sure he's going to die because nothing can be done. He is losing blood, right? That is it for him. Now, if you also think of, let me retell this story now with DocsPark in it. I will retell it from when he got to the hospital. So imagine the hospital called the hospital in town and requested for his blood and gave them his blood type. And then the hospital reaches to us at DocsPark and says, okay, we need this blood type to be delivered to so place at so time. Our team will take it up immediately and get the blood from the hospital in town and fly over to where Mukasi's village is, deliver the blood to the hospital, and that is the end. By the time it is delivered there, whatever he needs is attended to promptly. There will be no issue, and Mukasi's life and dreams will be saved. That is the point. We are set to stop deaths or to slash the rate of the mortality rate to at least half, because we know that yearly a lot of deaths occurs, and even if it's not cases of death, complications come up because of this. So that is what we at DocsPark do, and we also set to create employment based on getting people employed in the tech space, especially ladies who are not really represented at this time. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, DocSpark Drones, for that presentation. DocSpark Drones, rather, is from Nigeria. Do we have any questions from our judges?
Hi, yes. Okay, I'll go first.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. That was really great to learn about what you're doing. I would have liked to know more about like at what stage you're at now. I understand the problem that you're trying to solve. I think you did a good job framing the problem, but I don't understand where you are in terms of are you live? Are you still in ideation? Like how far are you in the market? And also to understand, I didn't hear anything about like a business model or, how you make money or kind of, just as how you're rolling out, what your go-to-market is. I don't know what you'll do with the money. If you win the money, like, what the money is going to go towards. I didn't hear about your team. Do you have like engineers? Like, why are you the best team to do this? How are you the best team to solve this problem? So like, I would have liked to know more about like what exactly is happening in your business today. So that we can kind of frame and see, like the type of support that you need. So those are some of the things that I would say when you're doing your pitch would be, what you want to focus on. And maybe going forward, to have a deck, because a deck helps you, it grounds you. And in the event that, you are not able to get to something quickly enough, we could just be reading through your deck as you're speaking. So I think in future, maybe just incorporate that, but I'll let the other judges speak too.
Do I answer now?
Do we have more questions from the judges?
Okay.
Do we have any more questions from the judges?
Yeah, hi, thank you so much. That was a good presentation. But just to follow up with the same question, Tiani, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. That was really a lot of my questions as well. But I was much more interested in the technicality of it. I know you could not have gone through all of that in a very short minute, but if you can just like answer some of the questions that Tiani had, if you have answers to that would really help frame at where you are at this point, and then understand what the business is all about. Because when you talk about like drones, like I know there are a couple of people also doing that, like it's not successful yet because of a lot of things ongoing. For example, in Nigeria, I don't think you can just like fly drones around. You would have to have some approval, which is okay, you can get for the problem you're trying to solve. I think it's not impossible, but much more like what would be the technical what's the technical problem here? Like, are you buying the drones? I'm sorry, I'm going deep down into technicalities, but that's sort of like my job. I'm to judge you on that. So thank you.
Please go ahead to answer that question. You have just 1 minute, please, to answer that question.
Okay, so at this stage, we do not have any drones yet. We are just in the state of, we have met as a team and we have drafted our budget and everything we need. We have created websites for the team, but to say that we have any drones or we have engineers or anything of that sort for now, no. We are just in the, I could say, the budgeting stage, right? And we have drafted out everything we are set to do, right? And the team is actually a combination of, young people who are critical thinkers, problem solvers, and good communicators, coming together to bring together ideas and try and bring it into fruition. Because at this time in Africa, we know that there are a lot of things drones can do, but they are not doing them at this time. So really right now, we don't have a drone. We don't have a drone. We're just in the budgeting stage. And that's why we're here, in case we can get investors to push our ideas forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc Spark Drones, for that, for answering that question. We would now have to kindly turn off your video and your mute as we move on to the next pitch. I believe GD Trust is now ready. It's important to mention to all of our finalists that you have just 4 minutes for your pitch. Just 4 minutes for your pitch. Please stay within the allocated time. And then you have 4 minutes as well to receive and answer questions from our judges. GD Trust, please, can you turn on your video?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. You are now sharing your screen. Go ahead. You have 4 minutes.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, thank you for this opportunity. My name is Delamazio Nyanyo, representing the GD Trust team, where our motto is to be the business growth partner for small businesses in Africa. I spent my teenage years around examples of hard work around me because my mom is a single mom with 3 kids. She kept her day job, ran a provision shop, was a susu collector for a while, to then eventually owning her own guest house business. And she managed to put all 3 of her children through to the university. This was done through consistent hustling, saving, investing, and borrowing occasionally from family or friends. Globally, there are 1.7 billion people who lack access to financial knowledge and services, or are not able to use these services to their full potential and make sound financial decisions. Ghana has the highest mobile penetration rate in West Africa. This means that a large segment of the total population can access digital financial services via mobile devices, positively impacting the growth of the digital and local economy. Micro, small and medium-sized businesses form the backbone of the economy in sub-Saharan Africa, accounting for 90% of all private business. Small business owners like my mom employ 80% of the workforce and generate 70% of the national GDP in Ghana. From our research, 90% of small business owners lack access to finance, business development, training, and capacity building, while 80% lack financial literacy and do not keep records of their business transactions, leading to low sales and slow business growth, amongst others. Let me introduce you to Auntie Beatrice, who is a provision shop owner that we met during our research in Medina Market. She has 2 sales girls, has a smartphone, and likes using WhatsApp and YouTube. Her goal is to expand her shop. She said, I've been here for 12 years. First it was a table, then a kiosk, then a bigger shop. It's not easy, madam. She's also frustrated that she can't keep track of all of her expenses. She always seems to be losing money in her business. And though she saves with this microfinance susu every day, she can't access credit. Lack of financial literacy and business development hinders small businesses from growth, access to and usage of financial opportunities for them. For Auntie B, we offer an informal digital business school and access to tools to manage her day-to-day transactions, gain data-driven insights, and access to financial opportunities. The value we offer Auntie B is our fancy and tree financial literacy content, applied learning through our bookkeeping tool to track her sales, profits, and debtors, access to personalized daily savings, and using the GD Trust app to also allows Auntie B to gain points, which then help her qualify for a loan. Auntie B can, on a typical day, visit the GD Trust web app where she logs in and she can check the transactions made by her sales girl. She's also able to access business courses that are in fancy entry and is able to read transcripts that are in English. At the end of each course, she then takes a short quiz. Which allows her to keep performing to understand what she's learning. She can then also perform transactions, record her transactions as she makes sales, and is able to view her insights and profits. Our revenue model involves offering the business school to Auntie B at a freemium and charging 50 pesos daily for using the bookkeeping tool. We also charge 3% of the SUSU amount at withdrawal. In this lucrative market, we've had traction by reaching over 200 business owners. In this lucrative market, we outdo our competitors with our hands-on financial literacy education and our unique local language approach. Also by targeting informal businesses that are in other regions outside of Accra, where most of our competitors do not.
Thank you very much.
My time is up. Someone said thank you.
Thank you very much, Judy Trust. It's about 5 minutes. We gave you 1 minute extra. Can we now take questions from our judges? Thank you very much for that wonderful presentation. Tiani, Wiza, Tejumade, who would like to go first, please?
Someone else can go first.
Okay, yes. Okay, Tejumade. Let's Tiani.
Okay, I'm happy to give feedback. I think that was a really great presentation. Everything, was like, you answered all the questions, you've done the market research. We can see the value of the product. I'm guessing that you showed a mock-up really, and you're still yet to go into the market in that way. So I think, it's showing where you are, and thank you for putting that together. I think what would have been also great to see more of is, finding out, so how do you make money? I didn't quite hear that, unless if I missed it. So to understand, how do you sign up the vendors, but then what's your process of, okay, so you make money 3% of the, thank you. I think I'd missed that. But I think that's great. And my question is maybe just around retention. And because there are a lot of these, this is a change in behavior in a person. You're changing your behavior of and as a small business owner myself, I'm so bad with, just keeping track. Exactly. So what's your plan to to help people, you get started, but then how do you persist and maintain that behavior? So that might just be one of my pushbacks. And I hate to do this and be like, oh, what if Google does this? But a lot of people have a bank account that, a bank, they keep their money. If they do keep money in the bank, most of them won't keep it in the bank. So how do you, if the bank was to start to offer a product similar to this, what would your competitive advantage be?
Okay, can I answer now? Thank you so much for your
I'm not
questions.
sure other people, other judges
Just a
have,
minute.
Okay.
Just give them.
Please hold on, Judy Trust. Let's get
please.
the comments from all judges, and then you can answer all the questions.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it was a great presentation, though it was cut short. So on the solution part, I really didn't get to consume most of what you're offering. But great presentation. It's clear you understand the problem well. And I think what you're developing is very compelling. So I just wanted to say very well done.
Thank you very much.
Hi. Again, echoing what everyone already said, good presentation, that was good. But I do have a couple of questions, not necessarily technical right now. It's just about the way you're making money. You said you'll be charging 50 password, I think, every day for bookkeeping. I was wondering, as a small business, number one, it's hard to get behavioral change, just like it was mentioned. But then if I'm going to subscribe to something, would it be better if it is the daily, or maybe it's more on every, if they make transaction, if they input stuff, let's say they didn't make any money today, let's say it was a day, having to give you 50 peso.
When you didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't make any money, and then I'm still gonna give you, like, what are you doing for me?
Doing for me. Yes.
So I mean, it's probably you. I'm sure you've done your research. I was just thinking about that, and I thought to mention it. Yeah. So, and I remember when I was reading your pitch deck, I was also wondering why I can't just like go watch those videos, like, I mean, like on business, how to keep financials. But from your deck right now, I understand that it's a full-fledged system whereby you actually help them do the bookkeeping. I thought you were just like providing courses for them. That's what I understood from the pitch deck that I received before your presentation. But yeah, it's good to know that it's beyond that, because I had a question about like what's
applied.
Exactly, like what else are you offering? Like after you teach me all this stuff, like how do you help me? So yeah, thanks. That's all the comments I had.
Okay, thank you. So I'll quickly answer. So I'll start with one concept. I mentioned earlier that my mom was also a susu collector. That's a thing that we have in Ghana. Some people call it village savings, where people put money together every day with friends or the other market women. And then each person in the group, maybe this month, receives 300 CDs, since everybody is giving 10 CDs in the group, right? And then it goes round in tens. We also have a system here in Ghana where one person, for example, my mom, goes around the whole town and she has a card. Somebody pays 5 CDs a day, 10 CDs a day. And there's this manual book savings we call susu that people do, and they tick in their card. So this is actually a behavior that we're already tapping into, that daily saving habit, just that they're used to it more informally. We had a banking crisis recently in Ghana in the last few years, which has made people very untrusting of the bank system. So a lot of people have put their money out of the bank, they keep it under the bed. Now there's these containers that you have a padlock and you keep the money in. So that's why people are using a lot more susu, which is the traditional savings method. And this is also the reason why we underpinned our billing system the same way, to charge people based on a behavior that they're already used to. If we ask someone who sells wache, which is this really delicious rice and beans meal, if we ask this wache seller to pay 5 CDs a week, at the end of the week, she might not really be able to pay that 5 CDs, right? But then we break it down and say, oh, okay, pay 1 CD a day, and that seems more reasonable to her. So that's the reason why we've made it daily, and we've seen that that works. In terms of where our product is, yes, we have developed our MVP, which we are testing right now in the market in Cape Coast, which is a small city just 2 hours away from Accra, which is the capital. So this way, what we are doing is that
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. You have about 30 seconds if you wrap up.
Yes.
As we need to move forward.
So we have a physical approach. We are using digital tools, but we're also going daily to our customers to remind them that they should do the bookkeeping for at least a month. And then we start calling and sending text messages so that then they're used to the form of and use the bookkeeping software. And we don't charge them when they don't use the software, but we expect them to use the software daily.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you're joining us on YouTube, thank you for being a part of this. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know the finalists that you're rooting for. As I said earlier, we had about 143 applicants for this pitch competition, and we have 8 finalists. So let us know who you're rooting for in the comment section. If you also want to tweet about this event, please tweet at Vazi Legal on Twitter and use the hashtag UnHacked. Also do the same thing on Instagram. If you'd like to make a post, if you'd like to post on your story, please do a screenshot and absolutely post on the social media platforms. Moving on to our next finalist, we have Next Wear Tech Hub. Next Wear Tech Hub is from Nigeria, and they design, develop, and teach technologies close to the body. With regards to the application in the fashion industry, they bring together fabrics, crafts, electronics, and programming to solve health, security, also to enhance fashion and lifestyle. In addition, they provide an avenue to increase the numbers of women working in computer science and related fields. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I make welcome our third finalist for today, Next Wear Tech Hub. Next Wear Tech Hub, over to you. Do we have Next Wear Tech Hub? You seem to be frozen. Next Wear Tech Hub, are you with us?
Just quickly share the screen.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay. Just a minute. I want to share my screen. Okay. Is it shared now? Hello?
Next Tech Hub, are you ready? Yes, we can hear you. You have just 4 minutes for your presentation. And
Please, is my screen shared? Hello?
It is shared.
Yeah, my screen. I want to confirm if my screen is shared. If my screen is shared.
We can't see it.
Can you see my screen from your hands?
We see black.
Hello? Hello, can you see my screen?
We can hear you. Okay, I think you would have to give Next Wear Tech Hub.
Please, just a minute.
We can see it now. Oh, and then it went off.
Okay, I think we will need to give Next Wear Tech Hub a few minutes.
Okay, can I go ahead now? Is it shared?
Please go ahead. Yes, you have just 4 minutes, please. We can't see your screen. We can't see your screen.
Okay. My name is Bolari Wakemisola. I am the CEO and founder of Nextway Tech Hub. Nextway Tech Hub is the first Nigerian company into fashion technology. What do I mean by wearable technology? We design, we develop, and teach technology one close to the body. Really said application in fashion industry, is like we are incorporating fashion into technology. We are bridging the gap between fashion and technology by embedding electronics like LEDs, like sensors, microcontroller on fabrics and crafts to solve health, to solve insecurity, to enhance fashion lifestyle. So our solution cuts across health, health issue. We design products, we develop and design devices that can put one close to the body to solve health issues, to solve insecurity, and even to create unemployment, and to solve few women in technology, which is part of our major core vision. So those are the major problem our solution solves. Also, our solutions, our health devices encourages proactiveness in healthcare. What do I mean by proactiveness is, for example, we are working on a smart bra that can detect cancer, a smart bra that can detect cancer at early stage. Like for example, for like that smart bra now that detects cancer. When you wear it, at the early stage, it will detect the cancer before it gets to like 2nd or 4th stage. You know, when you detect it immediately, you contact your healthcare. You know, everybody, not even Nigerians, people are like reactive when it comes to health. Until they are down, they don't go to hospital. So that is why we bring this together. We come about this device that, okay, when you wear this device on your body, you know, it helps you detect, like someone that have high sugar level, or someone that want to control sugar level, with a device on you that is programmed to work on sugar level. You know, it detects the sugar, it helps you tell you at its at its measuring the data, it help you detect if your sugar level is normal or it's high, or you know, you can like monitor your sugar level with that device. So I'm just citing that as an example. Then it benefits healthcare and provides healthcare providers and employers, like a doctor now. You know, it will be easy for doctor now to, you know, to get your previous data, your health history. When you have this device on you, it will record all your health history. So when you just go to your doctor with the device will help the doctor to know your health history. Maybe find your sugar level is high, like next month you have a high sugar level, this month the sugar level is low. No, the doctor will now use that device. It will help the doctor now to know your history, your health history. And secondly, our product encourages proactiveness in security measure, like the device we have in the market, because we have already produced one device. We call it smart necklace. The necklace, people see it as a necklace, but wearing it, it's a device that is doing something. You know, when you wear it, it's embedded with a GPS device that, you know, when you can monitor with the help of an app to monitor the movement of the person in case of rape, in case of kidnap. We can use that. So our solution culture costs that. Then we create employment with our solution. You know, that's a part of our program that does training for an employee, not just graduates and youths, either graduates or out of school. So far, you have little knowledge about computer and mathematics. You're good to offer our programs. Then our program also increased the number of women we have in technology. You know, fashion industry and wearable technology industry. It's adjourned. We have adjourned fashion technology as a way, you know, of attracting more women into technology, because we know fashion is a feminine industry. When women fashion, you know, it's all together. So with that, we can now attract women that this is fashion. But when you see me go out with a apparel, like having sequence, LED sequence instead of stone, you know, blinking out, people will like, wow, it's enhanced my clothes. They see it, it's shouted, but it's actually, you know, it's actually solving a problem as well. It depends on the sensor imputed on the on so that is where we have the technology. And also we also use a solution to enhance African fashion. Like now, this way, and when you go to their runway, because they have runway, when you go to the runway, you hardly see African fashion, you know, display incorporated into, you know, into technology. So we're now using a solution now to enhance African fashion globally. We can now go there for, you know, tech fashion show with our African fabric. So that is where we are enhancing African fashion. Then our target customers are they are men and women between the age of 18 and 60 who are tech crave. You know, some people are tech crave. Aside, you know, solving health, solving insecurity. Some people just like things like technology. So those people are target customers. Then healthcare centers, like I mentioned earlier, the doctors, nurses that want to know health history of the clients, they can know acquire a solution, including people that have health issues. Even without you having health issue, you can acquire, because it's help you, you know your health status. Likewise, insecurity. Security part of it, security agent, like the necklace that we have on ground that we have already pushed into market. We have some private security agent that are acquiring, you know, they are getting it for their, you know, for their company, and some NGOs that they're using our security. Then fashion industry, our targets. Hello?
Next word tech hub, we have
Hello?
about 30 minutes. Apologies, we can't hear you. Apologies to interrupt.
Okay.
You have just 30 seconds left.
Okay. Our target customers to as the people fashion industry. You know, we are cooperating, we're bridging the gap between fashion and technology. So we are targeting fashion industry, people that design wears. So we can now, you know, when we work with them, you can design. We are bringing the technology part of it. You are bringing the designing and the fashion and designing of the wear and all that. So we are now packaging them to now incorporate our technology into what they do. And also entertainment industry, those are target customers. Entertainment industry, like we have this, maybe entertainers, the like all those big things, because we are now substituting what's it called, stones, stones that embellish clothes. We are not substituting them with LEDs, with electronics. So when you were targeting them for a person that wants to go for a runway, for someone that wants to go for a red carpet, you can acquire a product. It enhances, people will notice, they will notice you, like you wearing a product and someone just passed by and it's common, things like that. So they are also a target customer. Then unemployed youth, especially women, that is our major core thing. We are encouraging women to be in technology. So that is why we're including them in all our products, in all our services. So we are targeting women, unemployed women that want to do more of technology, that want to bring their idea in line of technology, in line of STEM related field. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Next, we're Tech Hub from Nigeria. Apologies, you have run out of the time allocated to you.
You're welcome.
We will now take questions from our judges. Judges, you have the floor.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation, and yeah, that's a cool solution. But I'm just gonna come from the technical side of things. I know that from reading about your company, you're adding some cool tech to fabrics and all. I just would you say maybe some statement about how you intend to, or maybe you're already doing that, like how are you designing this? Do you have like engineers, or what's like the concepts about adding variables? You mentioned like a cool example, which is to have bras that can detect cancers. I think I've read a couple of things on that, and yeah, I just want to know how you're approaching the tech side of things from your angle, if that's okay.
Thank you very much, Tejumade. Next for Tech Hub, please let's have questions from all the judges, so you can answer questions together. Please, do we have questions?
Okay.
From Wiza and Tiani?
Okay. Oh, Wiza, I'll let you go first if you have something.
Yeah, my question was around also the cancer detecting bra.
Yeah.
Given that medicine is a regulated industry, people are going to want to know the details of the details of the details. So how far along is that in terms of like concept development? And can you speak to the type of technology that makes that possible?
I don't have a further question. I was going to ask something similar, so you can just respond.
Okay, please go ahead to respond to questions. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Our technology, I said we are bringing electronics. The electronics we're using are body-friendly electronics. Like the major thing we use, like I mentioned, the breast cancer bra, the bra that detects cancer, like I mentioned, we use sensors, body-friendly sensors that detect all those devices. We have a million of sensors that can do that. It depends on the project we want to acquire. If you see the screen,
so
what I have on my screen now, you can see a picture.
Sorry to cut you off. So for that specific technology, what is the type of sensor that is used? I'm very technical, so you can go as deep as you want to go.
What do you say? Please come again.
What is for the cancer detecting bra? What is the exact sensor that is used? I'm somebody who has an engineering background, so you can be as technical as you want to be.
Okay. We are bringing, like I told you, we are working on it. We are working on it with an American company. We've acquired some sensors that can measure temperature. We've got a separate texture sensor that can work with the body. We've gotten a sensor that can detect loop. maybe something adding, if something what they have it changes. Like I said, we have a million of sensors. So we are bringing all the sensors. I can be mentioning them now. We are putting them. If you see the screen on my screen now, you can see this is a prototype. This is a prototype of what we are doing. We are still bringing it together, see how it works before we now incorporate in a bra. So that is how we work. We bring sensors, make all the sensors, because we have a million of sensors that detect things on the body, that work with the body. So we use other sensors, put them together on a fabric, to acquire our solution, to get a solution.
Thank you. Do we have any
Thank
more
you.
questions from our judges? Judges, please, do we have any more questions for her before we move on to the next finalists? Okay, so I believe we do not have any more questions. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Next Web Tech Hub.
Okay.
UnHacked, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
UnHacked 20. The finalists for UnHacked 2020 are startups across varying sectors in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Kenya, and Zimbabwe. We have startups from blockchain and cryptocurrency sector. We have from the healthcare sector, supply chain and logistics, social and mobile e-commerce, education technology, education finance, different sectors across 4 countries in Africa. Our next startup is Tuverl. Tuverl's mission is to build a technology platform that changes how individuals use public transportation. Tuverl is a new way to travel by road in African countries and makes travel to more destinations of your choice. They make travel to more destinations of your choice cheaper, faster, and more convenient. Tuverl is from Zimbabwe. Do we have the representative here? Okay, I can see him. Please go ahead. You have the floor. You have just 4 minutes for your presentation. We can hear you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Let me just maximize my screen. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes,
all right,
we
great.
can. Yes, we can.
All right, lovely. Lovely. Okay, great. My name is Hope Lovo. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Tuverl. Before starting electrical engineering at Harvard University, I used to commute to my public high school in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. I was late to school almost every day as a result of an unreliable public transport system. Inefficient public transport is a hassle that millions of ordinary Africans that live in cities and rural areas experience every day. This is primarily because from Cape Town in South Africa to Cairo in Egypt, private public transportation in African countries is extremely privatized and is run by small to medium enterprises whose buses and minibuses operate without any schedules or timetables. We're talking about combis, we're talking about minibuses, we're talking about trotros. Different people have different names for them. And there's limited government regulations on these types of public transportation vehicles. There are 3 primary stakeholders in this industry. There's operators who own these public transportation vehicles, drivers who drive these public transportation vehicles, and commuters who are picked up every day. The problem is that drivers drive out without any schedules, and transportation for commuters is extremely inefficient. In African countries, we lose billions of dollars worth of productive time just by time lost to inefficient public transportation. An ideal solution to this problem is one that helps public transport operators optimize their operational costs and reduce revenue leakages. It's one that helps drivers increase the number of trips, commuters per trip, and the number of trips per day. An ideal solution is one that decreases commuter wait times and improves customer service and reduces the cost of public transportation to commuters. We came up with the solution to this problem at Tuverl. Tuverl is a public transportation app that seeks to make public transportation cheaper and more accessible to commuters by helping public transport operators optimize their routes and reduce revenue. We leverage geolocation, fintech, machine learning to fundamentally change how people access transportation and how they pay for it in African countries, starting with Zimbabwe. We have the Tuverl app that's currently on the Google Play Store, and it helps commuters do real-time tracking of minibuses, trotros, and such. It helps commuters pay using fintech, or rather the e-ticketing using fintech, and do what's called intercity coupling. And we hope to, and the app essentially helps our commuters connect with public transportation cheaper. The Tuverl app helps public transport operators accept digital money, manage their fleet, and optimize their routes. And we hope this this helps public transportation operators improve operational efficiency and increase revenue. With a B2B business model, so we charge public transport operators for for every transaction that happens on the Travel application. So for example, for bus tickets, like for intercity, let's say you're traveling from the capital in Zimbabwe, which is Harare, to the biggest city, Bulawayo, which is around $10 US, we charge a 5% ticket commission for every ticket that we sell for a bus company. Some of you may ask how big this market is. This is a $60 billion market. It is a total addressable market of $60 billion. It's a obtainable market for about $10 billion. And we're targeting commuters and operators between the age of 18 to 35 who live in urban areas that have smartphones and have access to mobile data and essentially have a mobile banking wallet and use social media frequently. So these are people that don't need any sort of behavioral changes. There are several companies in this space that include Uber, Lyft, Google Maps, MyWanderoo, MyRunner, but most of them are essentially ride-hailing apps. And ride-hailing apps, to be honest, in African countries is not a good fit, primarily because 83% of commuters in African countries use minibuses and informal public transportation that includes trotros, and vans and borders, right? And Travel is essentially one of the first apps essentially to target the minibus industry. And that makes us, that differentiates us from all the other big companies that also don't have a very solid hold or footing in African countries. Currently, at the moment, we've developed 1.0, and what we do is intercity coupling. So if people, Travel helps people book trips between cities and share peer-to-peer. You can book a bus ticket from one city to another. You can pay for all those fares using fintech and prepaid, and your prepaid onboarding. Travel 2.0 will include minibuses. Travel 3.0 will include taxis. So we launched our app actually in August 2020, right after when sort of a lot of governments started reducing lockdown regulations. And ever since then, we are doing very well in the Google Play Store, and we're hoping that at the end of the first quarter of 2021, we have about 10,000 commuters and 300 operators. Our core team includes me. I studied electrical engineering at Harvard University, so I'm a fully competent full stack software engineer. So is my co-founder, who's also a full stack software developer, and Shamiso Masunga, who's also a full stack software developer. So we a very strong team of engineers who are building this product. We have a whole list of mentors and advisors that are bringing a lot of advice to the company that essentially is helping to shape our business going forward. We've won several awards and recognition in the past. That includes we've done the Health Incubator in Washington, D.C. Was last year. And we also did Mass Challenge as well. That's an accelerator in Boston. Our next step is we're hoping to raise a pre-seed round of $30,000 by the end of the second quarter next year, which will help us to acquire 12,000 drivers and 300,000 commuters. Public transportation in African countries is a very big problem. Right, commuters lose a lot of valuable productive time, and we hope that by winning this competition, we can essentially it can essentially help us acquire more customers as we go forward. Let's make public transportation in African countries a public good for the public.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tavo. Can we now take questions from our judges? All right, Tiani, I can see you already. Please go.
I know that you said you had a hard stop at 11. You can go first.
Thank you. Quick question. How many active users do you have on the app?
So on the app at the moment, we have about 500 downloads on the Google Play Store at the moment. But then we have essentially have an office in Bulawayo where we actually sell bus tickets from like on an offline basis, because we're still sort of trying to test how the app is working, and we've been doing that since January. So we basically have about 5,000 unique users that have been using sort of like our sort of booking system, and also the Travel application. Since it's just launched recently, we're just hoping that we'll keep on acquiring more customers as we go.
Can you go back a few slides to your roadmap?
Yes.
Yeah. So where is the 10,000 commuters coming from?
So the 10,000 commuters, so August 2020, this was basically when the beginning of these are basically like quarterly targets. So the 10,000 commuters, it actually was a fourth quarter target for this year. But then of course we had some problems, and then we just decided that we're just going to move those targets to early next year.
Okay, you mentioned that you have fintech integrations and you allow people to pay with fintech. What platforms and providers specifically?
Yeah, so in Zimbabwe at the moment, there's EcoCash, which is an equivalent of M-Pesa in Kenya. So basically what the app does is that if you, for example, you log in, you search for a trip, I'm in Bulawayo, I'm going to Harare, gives you a list of bus companies that you can purchase from. You pick the trip that you want. When you initiate the payment method, you get a USSD code from the fintech company, and then you just confirm with your PIN, and then you get charged. And then that's basically how you actually pay for the service itself.
Thank you. No more questions.
Hi, first of all, congratulations. This is a really good presentation and well done. I am from Bulawayo. Myself, I was born there. So I'm looking forward to when I come home to actually using this. I hope it will be, at the next stages, because it is hard to like move around using public transport when I go home. But with that, there's one aspect which is like really prevalent when it comes to kind of the African like transport ecosystem back home is around, the police and just like a behavioral thing, like a societal thing around, police and they want, constant bribes, even from the people that like run these taxi companies. And so just thinking, and because, sometimes the cars themselves are not, in the best condition. So then, they don't have like all the paperwork that they need. So what role do you guys play in like in supporting them to help them? Or do you play any role in like supporting them as they're, dealing with like compliance issues and so forth? Because compliance is a really big thing because it, it relates to like public road safety. And as you're selling these tickets, is there any type of insurance that is linked to your product, in the event of, some type of accident, or is that something that you would want to add going forward? But just like thinking about around that. And like, yeah, like some of the things that Wiza was just like pointing out, like some of these numbers, like these Q4 numbers and these targets here, some of them are a little bit deceptive because it goes like from 30 operators to 300 or like 1,000 commuters to 10,000, which like you said, it's your projections, but I would say find a way to show that this hasn't happened yet. But like, it's kind of like a goal for Q1 2021. But congratulations on all the progress that you've made.
Hi, yes, thanks for the presentation.
Okay.
Can I go ahead? Okay, I'll go ahead. So I was just saying, thanks for the presentation. That was a good one. And I just had a quick question about the route optimization part. And I wanted to ask, are you planning to maybe integrate functionalities from maybe like Google Maps or whatnot into the app, or you want to solve the optimization problem technically by yourself? And the other question is that I'm from Nigeria, and when you say that you want to do route optimization for maybe mini buses or like normal public transport, I'm wondering that from my knowledge back home is that there is a defined route for most of these buses, right? They have to stop at every stop and there's a way they go about it. So I was wondering if you can talk a bit more about what you, in that regard, what were you thinking of? Are you thinking of some other way to optimize this process, or just like it's the normal way? I really did not get that part. I was just thinking about the buses and how it's always like super crazy. They have to go in this direction and they have to stop at X and Y, but I'll allow you to maybe speak on that if you can.
Okay. So basically, I think when it comes down to question of partnerships, sorry, I have a slide for that. So it comes down to question of partnerships. So basically in Bulawayo, or like in Zimbabwe and South Africa and a lot of Southern African countries, they're what we call public transportation unions, where all minibuses basically belong to one big union. So we're actually partnering a public transportation union in Bulawayo called BUPTA, which is a Bulawayo Transit Bus Association. And basically what those associations do is that they basically help public transport operators deal with things like compliancy, deal with things like, for example, if let's say a vehicle is stopped by the police and harassed by the police for some reason, they basically public transportation union basically acts as the shield. They're the law firm, they're the company that basically helps them with legal fees to go through that. So part of our customer acquisition strategy is working with public transport unions to actually sign up a lot of these public transport operators, these minibuses and these bus companies into the application. So we think that partnerships are basically the way to go with regards to this. And then with regards to route optimization, so basically our app actually uses a lot of Google Maps, because when you want to actually, draw like a polyline on how a commuter should travel and how a bus should travel, you basically have to do that on Google Maps. So we're using the Google Location API and the Google Maps API on our application at the moment. But however, the route optimization actually is a combination of both what we get on Google Maps and what we do at the back. So for example, if you're a commuter and you get on the application after we add the minibuses, if you say I'm in one part of the city and you search for public transportation to another part, for a minibus to another part of the city, it basically gives you a real map of, okay, you are here, walk 5 minutes to bus stop ABCD. Bus stop A, you get onto a bus that will arrive there, maybe let's say in 5 or 10 minutes or in 20 minutes. And when you wait there, when you drive on that particular route, you get to a certain point where you drop off, or maybe you drop off and then you have to pick up another bus. The route optimization part is the part where, for example, we help commuters actually figure out the best path possible, the cheapest path possible from one point to another using public transportation. And then on the operator side of things, yes, in some sense, in a sense, most of these minibuses, they operate on a given route, but because all of the times they're always looking for people, they usually deviate from that particular route. Or maybe sometimes they actually just park in one particular bus stop and wait for people to find them. So they don't really optimize on the number of people they pick up a day and the number of trips they do in a day. So that's where the route optimization comes in. We're essentially helping them do more trips and pick up more people. So we help them locate where people are. We help them travel. We help them move as efficiently as possible. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, we are way out of time. I don't know if we have any more questions from the judges so that we can move on to the next finalist. Tejumade, is that satisfactory?
Oh, yes, very. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you. I can see your comment already. The entire team, the entire Vazi legal team, the organizers of the UnHacked pitch competition, will like to wish one of our distinguished judges, the co-founder of ANU and Investment Scouts Indie VC, Tiani Majoko, a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tiani. Thank you very much for spending some part of your time with us today. We know that you had to go out of your way, but it's as a result of your commitment to the growth of startups across Africa. Thank you and happy birthday, Tiani.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Happy birthday.
Being back at home, just listening to like all the accents. So I'm very happy to be here. It's really my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday to you.
Birthday, Tiani.
Happy birthday.
All right, then. Thank you. All right, then. Thank you very much for celebrating our judge, one of our judges. Our next finalist is Kazi App. Kazi helps consumers find trusted businesses and service providers in their vicinity, increases visibility for business owners. Kazi the jobs they need done. You can use Kazi to put your business on the map and at the fingertips of real customers. Kazi App all the way from Kenya. Over to you, Kazi.
Hello, everyone. Happy birthday to Annie. My name is Annabelle Angwenyi. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya, as it's been mentioned, and I am part of the team that develop and run Kazi App. So I would like to share a presentation that I have put together. Please let me know if you can see it.
Yes, we can.
Perfect, thank you. All right. Kazi basically is a mobile application currently on Android that connects service providers with clients who are actively seeking their service. We've been in business since 2017, but it's been a interesting journey. When we came in, we were green. We didn't really know about the tech startup scene. So it was a very short-lived first life. But our second life began in mid-July when we launched this current version. And the reason why we started Kazi is because ourselves were small and mid-sized business owners, and we kept finding this problem where people are looking for you and seeking your services, but they don't know where to find you. A lot of small sized businesses don't have the capacity to have websites or landing pages or do the necessary SEO to put them on the first or the second page of Google. And they were facing this problem, and as such were being left out when it comes to the solutions that come with being in the digital age. So that's one of the problems that we were solving, is we were solving the problem of having a lack of market information, where you have service providers looking for clients and you have clients looking for service providers, and they don't know where either of them exist. The second one is the lack of business advisory services for the said service providers. So you find that we're running businesses, but our minds are very set on just sales. Like, we know how to buy from production and we know how to sell, but there's accounting, there's bookkeeping, there's legal things that Vazi can help us with, there's compliance and regulation, and a lot of people don't really know, have asked this space until there's a problem. So when you find your regulatory, this is your tax people or insurance coming to your door, you're already in trouble. So what we want to do is help them with advisory so that they don't have to get in trouble for them to realize what has to be done. The third thing is the exclusion of tech and digital innovations for small and mid-sized services. As I mentioned, a lot of us don't have the resources to fight with bigger companies when it comes to SEO, for example. And also there seems to be a lot more apps that I want to say take advantage of, like the mobile loans app, than applications that we can take advantage of. And that's what Kazi seeks to be for the largely informal workforce that is our target demographic. So a reason why I think our timing this time around has been a lot better than in 2017 when we started is because it's more mainstream to access goods and services through digital platforms than it was in 2017. Secondly, unfortunately, because of the pandemic and because of the financial upheaval that has come with job losses and decreased sales because people just don't know what's going to happen, a lot of people have lost their jobs, and a lot of side gigs have had to become your only source of your income. So people have had to find a way to optimize what was previously the side gig to fit their households. So in that case, I hate to say it, but the onset of the pandemic has worked towards our advantage. So what sets us apart from our competitors? To begin with, we have an extensive service list. So it's an all-in-one platform. We have 12 categories with everything from your cobbler to legal help to accounting and mechanics. We also have in-app notifications as well as text notifications, and this caters to people with feature phones. We have multi-level verification so that people sorry, am I running out of time?
So you have just about 30 seconds left.
Okay. All right, so we have multi-level verification so that people who allow some due diligence to go on get a check mark, and without a doubt, they get more jobs than people who haven't. And lastly, you can change your location depending on where you are. We find that a lot of people are freelance or they move around. So if you're in one part of Kenya, you can put your location as Nairobi, for example, and if you move up country for Christmas, you can set your location for wherever you are, and whoever is in your vicinity, you'll be at the top of the list at every given point. So we're trying to be a bit different revenue streams. Service provider of the client, we have hyperlocal geotargeted ad space. We have premium features with the business advisory for our premium users, as well as leasing of equipment and tools for service providers. And finally, since July, that's not in 9 weeks, since mid-July, we have 5170 downloads, about 1,700 service providers, with about 1,200 active users and 900 job requests through the platform.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We need to move forward at this point to questions from our judges. We are running out of time. Please, can we have questions from our judges, Tejumade, Tiani, and Wiza?
I have a question about the business model. Can you talk a bit about like what are the commissions? I imagine that there's a commission revenue model, perhaps on either side between the buyer and the seller, and what do the percentages look like?
We do not. We're not doing a commission-based.
Okay.
We're not considering it as a revenue stream. So our 3 revenue streams are the mobile ads, it's hyperlocal, and this way we can make the ad space as cheap as possible. And then we have premium service providers will pay a monthly subscription. To be perfectly honest, we haven't figured that one out yet. We're letting the market guide us because we've just started with the freemium model. And then lastly, it's the equipment and tool leasing. We're not doing the commission share model.
Okay. Well, my feedback is that great presentation. It's clear you have a solid understanding of the opportunity. I would advise that you think through potential revenue streams more creatively, because the premium features you're describing, accounting and inventory management, those are entirely different businesses on their own, and you might find yourself distracted from the core thing that you're actually doing, which is matchmaking buyers and sellers of these types of services. That's my only feedback. And thank you for the good presentation.
Thank you as well.
Judges, can we have your questions?
Hi, this was a really great presentation, very clear, and a space that I'm also, services, marketplaces are like so interesting to me. I absolutely love them. And that's what I'm doing, working on at the moment. And so when Liz was asking you about the business model, I was actually, really curious about, how you're doing that. And like a premium model, you're already providing so much value. I think like don't be afraid to charge something, make people pay something. I'm saying this too, but I'm also saying it to myself. Like you're problem, like make people pay. So that would be like one of my points of feedback, like, because that's like one of the fastest ways that you'll be able to see as people are like giving you money that you're really solving an essential problem for them. Who doesn't want to use something that's free? And you're doing all this work, collating, verifying, matching, and all of that. You can't, do it for no cost. And like an advertising business model, like only works with like, massive volumes. And if you're like focusing on massive volumes, you might find yourself compromising on quality. So I would recommend that you really, really think through that business model a little bit closer. But other than that, this was a really great presentation. I'm not sure, did you speak about your team?
I didn't. I ran out of time, but if Vazi will let me, I can mention it.
You can just open the holding slide. I just want to see like your team and the background. Yeah, and I mean, it's a good thing that, I guess starting with going mobile first. And what's your process of like sourcing the various companies? You don't have to get into too much detail, but just like, how are you doing it at the moment?
So we're largely digital. We had very grand ideas of doing a ground campaign, but the pandemic made us have to reconsider a lot of that. So we've been digital we've been using digital ways for the past 3 months, and they've been working well, some better than others. Like the social media have been good for brand awareness, but not so much for onboarding. But like the Google Ads has been good for sign up So we're trying to optimize on that as we see if we can go back to the ground campaigns in January.
Great,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Just about the team, we have a tech team, we have a front end, a back end, a DevOps person, we have a CFO, and we have a marketing lead, as well as myself, who's the CEO of the company.
I would say you should also find someone to work on sales as well.
Definitely, that it's an active search.
Great, great, great. Congratulations. This is great. I'd love to stay in touch with you.
Thank you very much. I'll reach out.
Thank you very much, Tiani. Do we have any questions from Tejumadi?
No, I do not have any
All right,
questions
thank
for the
you.
same. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have 3 more finalists to make a presentation for us today. But I need to mention that today's winner will go home with a whooping cash prize of $1,000. And we also have other amazing benefits for the winner, as well as for the first and second runner-up. Our 6th finalist for today's pitch competition is from Ghana. We have Bear. Bear uses AI to diagnose skin issues and give product recommendations for Black men and women globally. Bear is helping you navigate through the clutter of products that already exist on the market. Your accurate product recommendations are made through a combination of artificial intelligence insight and expert virtual consultation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bear.
Hi, me. Thank you so much for that intro. That was quite detailed. I'm gonna share my video and just give me a minute.
Please, you have just 4 minutes for your presentation. 4 minutes, please.
My screen. Hold on.
Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Do I have to turn on my video? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm asking if I have to turn on my video.
Yeah, you can turn it on. You know, it depends on you. It's fine.
Okay, how's that? Hi, everyone. My name is Abimbola. I'm the CEO and co-founder at Bear, and we're using technology to improve diagnosis and treatment of skin issues for Black men and women globally. If you're like me and you grew up without access to accurate skincare information, the biggest questions you have around skincare are what products will work for you, who to speak to, and how to treat the nagging acne you've had for a while. In fact, 85% of documented skin issues are either acne, eczema, discoloration, or rashes. The statistics has also shown that 1 in 4 people at some point in their lifetime will suffer through any of these conditions. However, there's a disconnect. Black men and women are spending upwards of $5 billion yearly on products to treat their skin conditions, yet they see no results and their issues remain untreated. Our solution Bear is simple: personalized skincare that starts with a skin analysis. And here's how it works. If you or anyone you know is struggling with a skin issue, either diagnosed or undiagnosed, all you need to do is log onto our web app and take a skin analysis. You also need to share images showing the current state of your skin. After your skin quiz, our system analyzes your entry and provides you with a result outlining your skin type and current skin issues, all of which can be viewed on your dashboard. And depending on the severity of your condition, you're either provided with a product recommendation for products you can purchase immediately, or you're connected to an online skin expert for a more in-depth conversation. The products you need can also be delivered to your location. And by being able to connect with and update your consultant over a 3-month period, you can track your progress and begin to see results in as little as 3 weeks. Although our skin analysis is free, our revenue streams are quite multiple. We make $30 off of every video consultation. We make 15% off product fulfillment, and we have a subscription-based model for businesses to access our skin analysis software, basically a plug and play for their online store. In the past 6 months, we have sent out 1,500 plus skin analysis. We've conducted about 100 video consultations. And even more recently, we partnered with Garnier Ghana, which is a L'Oreal brand, and Delcy Shop. They're both online skincare product retailers. And with our skin analysis software connected to their online shop, their customers can take a skin analysis and get product recommendations for products available in their store. We plan to leverage on the customer base of this type of businesses to reach more users. For our competitors globally, Hello Eva and Curology are businesses who run a similar model to what we do in the US. However, we remain market leaders by our position on the African continent, where teledermatology is relatively new. Our skin diagnosis model is also being trained to identify and diagnose skin issues for predominantly Black skin. Locally, we believe existing dermatology clinics, derma spas, skincare retailers are potential partners rather than competitors. So our goal is an AI model delivering real-time skin analysis, treatment, and product recommendation to every user. Right now, our web app allows for this to be delivered every 24 hours. However, in the next 6 months, we are putting all hands on deck to build our automated skin diagnosis software. In 1 year, we plan to scale our marketing efforts to deliver Bear to not only individuals, but businesses looking to deliver personalized skincare to their customers. This includes dermatologists, skincare product manufacturers, and product retailers. In 2 years, we want to scale our product fulfillment and delivery beyond our target market of Nigeria and Ghana. We're looking for partnerships and collaborations that we can leverage on to achieve our goals for building an automated skin diagnosis software and also reach a wider market. You might be thinking, why Bear? Why are we doing what we're doing? I also just want to say that AI for skin analysis and product recommendation is our first step in delivering automated skin diagnosis across sectors in health and beauty. We're also on track to build a network of skin experts, serving customers digitally from the comfort of their mobile devices. Finally, the growth potential in this market is massive. With annual spending of upwards of $5 billion yearly on skincare alone, we're looking to capture 5% of this in Nigeria and Ghana as a start. My co-founders and I have combined skills of business strategy, project management, and finance, while being strongly supported by a team of skin experts, product researchers, and tech engineers who make sure all recommendations to our clients are verified and effective. I hope you see the future we're trying to create with Bear, and I absolutely
Hello, Bear.
Thank you for listening. Hi.
All right, thank you very much. As we were already running out of time, thank you very much for that brief presentation. Please, can we have questions from our judges?
Hi, thank you so much, Abimbola. I really did enjoy going through your solution. I checked the website and I was really fascinated by what I saw, especially because, just like you said, this is a really critical problem. And within my team, we've been trying to build a platform to collect data of skin diseases. So this is so what I wanted to mention in terms of the AI bit of it, is it currently automated? Have you started applying machine learning? Maybe I missed it when you mentioned it. That's one of
no, we haven't. It's not automated yet, but it's currently in the works. Because we don't have an accurate model yet, so we can't really automate it yet. But we are currently training with the data that we have available. As you may know, that one of the biggest issues is data available.
Yeah.
Skin, especially skin for Black people. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's a bit difficult to come by.
Yeah, that was my curiosity as well, because that's one of the biggest problem. You need to collect as much data, and I like the fact that from what I saw, you already getting data set by people taking a picture of their skin, and then with time you can be able to automate this. Yes, thanks. You answered my question.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This is incredible. Like you've done so much.
Do we have any more questions?
This is great. My question is, what's your revenue so far? That's my only question.
We've been able to make a total of about $2,500 between now and the last 6 months.
And just give me your monthly growth. Like, what's your MRR? Like, what's your monthly recurring revenue, and how has that been growing month on month in a percentage?
So we don't have a current MRR just because we have been tweaking a lot over the past 6 months. We have changed our revenue models, we've changed our pricing. So our current revenue is accumulated over a 6-month period. We do hope that in the next couple of months, we're able to have like a steady stream of income. And by then we're able to really measure what our MRR is. Yeah. On the average, it sort of fluctuates. So I'm not able to give you like a figure that is like a month-to-month growth rate.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That was my only question. Well done. This is really, really great and really important.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Bear, and to our judges for the comments and the questions. Our seventh finalist is Adana. Adana allows users to build curated online stores for free by selecting merchandise from suppliers and market these products to their personal networks through their social media channels. They handle payments and delivery services in a seamless fashion to promote business sales, visibility, and exposure. Please welcome Adana from Nigeria. Adana,
Hello.
all right.
Hello, everyone.
Please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm trying to share screen. Everyone, hello, can you see this? Hello? Hi.
Yes, we can see it. We can see it.
Okay,
You can go ahead.
So basically, Adana is tackling problems in retail infrastructure in Africa. So almost $5 billion worth of consumer goods were traded online in Nigeria within the past year. And most of these are traded using the biggest online distribution channels, or WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagrams. These social media channels are being used by small businesses in Africa to push sales and interact with customers. But something we discovered is that these social media channels are poorly suited for social commerce. Scaling businesses on these channels is difficult due to lack of payments processing, tracking numerous orders, managing inventories, monitoring logistics, amongst others. So basically, when we come up with a solution for this, we wanted to build something that would help retailers sell, build what's it called, features that will help retailers sell more on WhatsApp and all. Then we saw that it's totally not about features, because we can't be building features for WhatsApp, building features for Facebook and all. Then we discovered we need to create a platform where these retailers can come on and then get most of their stuff done. So we built a platform. It included payment solution, inventory management, order processing, countrywide delivery. We're in Nigeria only now, for now, and wide range of supply for different suppliers across the country. So how can retailers sell product on our platform? Basically what they do, we call these retailers resellers on our platform. They promote goods and services that they want to sell to their customers. We have thousands of merchandise on our platform, to their friends, family, on different social media platforms they are, or even physically, just sell goods to them. I'm selling this, selling that, blah, blah. So basically they can do all that on our platform. And our business model is we charge 10 to 25% commission on the reseller's margin. Whenever they sell a product, we handle every basic thing that needs to be done. Products get to their customer, we just chill at home and send the order to us, and then we undo everything. So we take 10 to 25% of their profit margin. So why now? Basically, the market is ripe for this because our retail, and also because our retail and technology experience expose us to a lot of users' challenges, and how technology can be leveraged to solve this problem. Basically, my co-founder and I, we were former retailers. We sell stuff on social media. My co-founder has a huge perfume, online perfume store, Perfume Palace on Instagram and the likes. And also, there's a largest market potential for this solution. And also, smartphone adoption has increased over the years in Nigeria, increased internet penetration, increased usage of social media for online retail. So our products, basically what we build is online stores for retailers with access to thousands of merchandise from our suppliers. We integrate seamless payments processing. For now, we're working with Paystack alone. We had an intro to Paystack. Some people working through Paystack. I had an intro through Stripe Products Manager, Jeff Weston, recently to them. So we integrated with them, we're trying to bring them on board for investment, and also we're working with Paystack at the moment. And then also when we only have our web app at the moment, we don't have our mobile app ready. So, but when we have our mobile app ready, hopefully we're working on Bitcoin processor, payments processor. We're trying to build API for BitPay. BitPay is a Bitcoin payment processor for our users interested in collecting payments in Bitcoin. There are some of us selected users that prefer Bitcoins and all, and if there are customers that could give them Bitcoin in exchange for their products, it's also a win-win for each other. So the market is a $5 billion retail market in Nigeria and over $20 billion online retail in Africa. Those are large markets for this kind of solution. Achievements so far, we built an MVP. We've been trying to test offline basically with some of our users for the past few weeks. Today we launched our MVP on Twitter and telling people to sign up. And we've also signed deals with local suppliers. We're onboarding social media dropshipping platforms on our platform. So today also,
thank you so much.
We've had over.
Thank you so much, Adana. Yes, please. You have just 10 seconds to wrap up your presentation.
Okay. So we have today when we launched it, we've had over 60 resellers interested in reselling products from our platform. And right now, our goal is to continue to validate our products with resellers and suppliers, and also achieve product market fit within the next 12 months. And finally, we're enhancing the retailers to serve the final customers better. Our goal is to increase online commerce participation, because over 90% of e-commerce in Nigeria happens offline, and that's basically how it works in different parts of Africa too. So we want to bring that number down using technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Adana. Great solutions to real problems across Africa. Thank you, Vazi Legal, for having this event, for allowing startups to come together to share what they are doing. Very, very inspiring. Very inspiring. Can we have questions now from Tejumadi, from our judges, please, and Tiani?
Hi, Adana. Just my question, one question. Who are your competitors and what is your differentiator? Because I feel like there are a lot of people in this space, but I just want to get more clarity.
Okay, basically, our competitors are normal e-commerce stores like Jumia, where we tell us to get some of their products listed on, but it's quite big because of the cost of spending. Like Jumia charges them quite a lot, and for our suppliers, we're charging practically zero. We're not charging anybody to list product on Adana. And also there is Flutterwave store. Our model is different from Flutterwave store because Flutterwave only allow people to open online accounts, process payments, and possibly that's all. And probably sometimes they could schedule logistics, but it depends on the retailer and depends on how far it is. But we encompassing all solution. We're trying to merge some of these companies like Misho and Elenas. What they're doing in Misho this is exactly what Misho is doing in India and what Elenas is doing in Latin America. So we're trying to bring every part of every problems that these retailers have and solve them with one platform, which is us managing inventory.
Adana, please, we'd like to crave your indulgence to answer the questions in 1 minute or 30 seconds. Please.
Okay, basically. So lastly, and then there's Paystack to have a store. They have a Paystack commerce store also.
All right, thank you very much. Timade, do you have any question?
Yes, hi, thank you for the presentation. I just have a question about how you're validating your reseller and your, I just want to know how's the process of validation? How do you make sure it doesn't happen on your platform?
Okay, yeah, we've developed this solution for like some months now. So for the past 3 months or so, we've been working with different users, meeting different people, trying to see if they're interested in something like this, So basically, it has been good, especially for quite a lot. It's for some people that are basically students and young graduates that just want to use this as side jobs and all. Don't want to be bothered about managing inventories, working up and down to get orders from suppliers where to get it from. You handle their supply for them and everything, and basically everything they need to sell and all on our platform is just there for them, and then you just come online and take products to their customers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Adana. Thank you very much for your time. We'll need to move to the 8 finalists for this event. Let me remind us that today's competition will win apologies about that. Let me remind of $1,000, 20 hours. Apologies for that network disruption. Let me now Student Build from Nigeria. African students who want to impact their world through innovation using technology. Student Build are a diverse team of young African enthusiasts who help students for fun and possess core startup experiences with proof of excellent execution of different related projects in the past. Let's welcome Student Build from Nigeria. Student Build, over to you.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Please go ahead. We can hear you.
All right, cool. Sorry, I'm trying to present my screen. That's what's happening.
We can see your screen as well.
All right, cool. Hello, good evening. My name is Temilade, and I'm one of the co-founders of Student Build. And what we do as Student Build is channeling African students from school to work. That's like the summary of what we do. And this is Rewa. Rewa is one of those African students who, after 20 years of schooling, which includes nursery, high school, and university, they have no relevant work experience and still need graduate empowerment. We realized that young Africans have become frustrated and find it extremely hard to thrive in the actual world for the first 3 to 5 years after graduation. And this is as a result of undergraduate lacking awareness, and also because of most skilling platforms and online courses they turn to still lack relevant context and do not really have structures built for them. So this is a problem that we co-founders of Student Build can relate with, because according to statistics, 12 million plus graduates in Africa, we have 12 million plus graduates yearly in Africa, and we have 2.5 million plus early career roles go unfilled yearly. And this is a problem we are trying to bridge as Student Build.
Please go on.
Apparently, my laptop is hanging. I can't move my screen, sorry. I guess I will just continue with that without the slides then.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We like Rera's face.
Okay, cool. Just like I was saying, Student Build is a platform that prepares African students through startup, internships, industry projects, and work simulations, and matches them with top business around the world. We use a work integrated learning approach, and startup gets more done and easy. Startup gets more done and easy future hiring, and we have a ready pool of experienced young talents fresh from school. Just to take it back, Rewa is Rewa is one of those African students who don't have relevant work experience after graduation. So with Student Build, she could be work relevant before graduation through our startup internship, our industry project, and work simulations. According to our market research, our total addressable market, which is the global talent search and staffing industry, is $158 billion. Then our serviceable addressable market, which is our online outsourcing and recruiting, our startup internships, and African undergraduate market is about $30 billion. So we've been able to prove that our solution has a product market fit. just like I said, Student Build is an ecosystem where students build meaningful future, startups get more done, and others find all stars. So it's more of a plus for both students and startups. It's a work integrated learning approach. Startups get more done and is future hiring. Then a ready pool of experienced young talent fresh from school is available for businesses and startups worldwide. It's a work integrated learning program. So this is how it works. Students pick a track, they master the basic, they complete a real project, they get paid startup internship, and they become a talent network for opportunities. So for students, the advantage is there's a community and compatibility around learning. There's regular interactions with real experts. There's a well-structured learning guide and pathway created by experts, and there's affordable practical remote learning on the job for them. Then for the startups, they get more done with remote interns on demand. There is an opportunity for early stage startup with limited money and time. So this is how it works. The request for interns on specific requirements, they get matched directly under 24 hours, and there is easy onboarding and managing in one place. So for them, the advantage is they request interns like you order for food. There's no location limit. Interns are from anywhere and they can work remotely anywhere in the world. Our interns are qualified and we have affordable interns. They are qualified because of the learning structure created by experts, and they get to gain new perspective and grow hiring pipeline fast. Our product, we have a learning management system to host the entire learning program, as well as a marketplace connecting student, build, graduates, and businesses. So for the business part of it, students pay subscription fee per month, startups pay per intern per successful month, while business pay per successful hire or contracts delivered. So our competition, we have LinkedIn Recruiter and LinkedIn Learning. We have graduate training program and internship program, and we have course platforms and local hiring platforms. These are like our own competition, but we have an edge over them in the sense that we are a student-specific platform. That's for undergraduate students. We are not an online course platform because we already have structured learning created from other online platforms that will be given to our students. It is a work-integrated learning for students. There's remote intern at startup prices, and Africa's elite graduate on-demand platform for businesses. Our traction.
Student Build, please.
For the past 10 months, we have 600 plus students that have been trained, and we have 200 plus audience strength across Africa. Then recently in the month of July, we hosted a 5,000 students online live event. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Also, we're just saying that your time was up.
All right,
so you could just round up in 10 seconds if you can.
We need the legal we need the legal advisory and fund for engaging students, engaging startup and businesses, and engaging external investments. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for the presentation. I just have a quick question. When you mentioned your competitors, I didn't see Andela. Maybe my understanding of your problem is different, but I was thinking it's very similar business model. Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yes, it's quite similar, but sorry?
I think that was a technical glitch. Go ahead, please.
All right. It's quite similar to that of Andela, but the difference is we are targeting undergraduate students right before they graduate, and they are learning on the job. Unlike Andela, where you learn, you get employed directly to Andela. We are not employing you to Student Build, or we are not recruiting you to Student Build. We are recruiting you to other startups all over the world. So that's like the major difference between what Student Build does and what Andela does.
Okay.
Or didn't I answer? All right.
Yeah, sure. But I think it should be competition as well.
Yes.
Because it's very similar. There's nothing stopping. Andela, I mean, from what I understand, they have this program where they like Andela learning platform. Like they don't hire them back. You can always just learn for free and then go do other great things in life, I guess. So I see a lot of similarity in this.
Yes, sure. Andela is a competition, but we have like some key differences that separate us.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. That's all for me.
Thank you.
My question is there a specific skill set or area of a specific profession that you're starting with, kind of like as you're going into the market?
Yes, there are specific skill sets we work with. I'll be I didn't mention that in my slide. We have like product management, project management, data analytics, and number. I'll pull that on the screen now. A number of other skill sets we've outlined to start with for students. Just some core tech skill sets. This is it here: product management, project management, UI UX design, growth marketing, full stack web, mobile dev, creative design, data analytics, creative writing. So these are the stack we are working with for now.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, I had one question. I was just going to step in for Weezer here. This is Mo. So could you just go back to your slide on the revenue model, how you're making money?
All righty. This is it.
Okay, could you just walk me through how you intend to make money?
All right. Each student is actually meant to go through a 6-month phase, and they are meant to pay their subscription fee per month. But if they pay for the 6 months at once, they have a discount. Per month for each student is $5. That's in 6 months, each student is meant to pay $30. But a student that pays the whole 6 months at once gets to pay $25. And for intern, each intern is expected to pay student build between $150 and $200. It depends on the kind of work or the kind of tech stack and how long the internship will be. So for each $150 to $200 we collect, each student gets $100, while student build collects $50, because the student is actually the one doing the main work. We are just like the connector between the student and the internship. So that's why the students will be getting $100, while student build gets $50. And also with respect to business, when we are talking about business now, some clients, for example, for some months now, we see some clients giving us some job that, oh, we need a student to help us do this thing in 1 week. That is not like an internship, that's like a quick job. So it depends on how much the client is willing to pay. The students get 70% of the amount, while student build gets 30% of the amount.
Got it. So so what is your I think your model is really interesting to me, and I've seen similar models springing up, and in the next couple of months there's going to be a lot of these as well. So what would you say is your competitive advantage in the marketplace?
Yes, I agree with you that there are similar models out there, and also the fact that more models will spring up. But we are just student specific. We are not working with graduates. We are working with undergraduates, those in their penultimate and in their final year. And unlike most other similar competitors, they have their own courses that they curate, but we are not curating courses. We have set of experts we work with for each of the tech stacks. For product management, for project management, we have different mentors we work with who are going to create courses, and they'll be structured such that for the first module you have to do this, for the next module you have to do this. Your first modules could include taking a course from university, and the next module can include taking a course from Udemy, but they are well structured.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much, Student Build. Sorry to interrupt. We need to
thank you so much.
While we move forward.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to our judges. At this point, we will no longer be able to take more questions. We are almost getting to the moment of truth, the moment where we will announce the winner, first runner-up and second runner-up for today's pitch competition by Vazi Lego. And we will now give our esteemed judges about 5 minutes. So please just brainstorm, and in the next 5 minutes, we'll share and announce the winner of this competition. And for the public watching us on YouTube, a link will be in the comment section now for you. And you can also vote for the finalist of your choice. Your opinion definitely matters. We are looking forward to seeing your nominations, your votes, who you would love to win this particular competition. Okay, so it has just come to my attention that the link has been shared on YouTube. So while we wait for that, we're going to have just a few videos come up. But let me remind you that you should follow Vazi Legal on Instagram. It's at Vazi Legal, VAZILEGAL _, and on Twitter is at Vazi Legal without the underscore. The official hashtag for this pitch competition is UnHacked Vazi. UnHacked Vazi. Like I said earlier, please tweet at us and post on your Instagram story, and we'll definitely repost. It's been an absolutely amazing time listening to the different startups, great ideas, great startups. We can see that the plan, we saw your plans, and we're very excited
I'm sure that the organizers are very excited and happy with what we have seen today. And of course, once again, happy birthday to one of our distinguished guests who decided to spend some part of our birthday with us today. And please, do we have the video now already? Do we have the video? A few things about Vazi Legal, Africa's top innovations, startups, and technology-enabled enterprises at all stages of development. As a startup and also investors themselves, they understand the different areas you might experience legal hiccups, and they will love to help. Their team members are qualified in multiple jurisdictions and have so far worked with investors and startups in 5 different continents. Absolutely amazing. And let me add that in addition to the cash prize that will be given to the winner as well as the first and second runner-up, the first prize would also win 20 hours of high-level legal advisory, detailed training on negotiating with investors, introduction to Vazi Legal's investor network, and mentorship for Accelerator. Amazing. This is worth so much. When I was speaking with the Vazi Legal team earlier in the day, they said something very profound to me. And they said that it's been such a tough year for many businesses, including staff. How can we give back to the community? How can we give back to the society? How can we give back to the sector, to this sector? And they decided to give back through the UnHacked pitch competition. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, I don't know if we have the video up now while we wait for a few minutes for our judges to share the winner of this competition with us. We had all finalists share their videos. I don't think all finalists sent their videos, and we're going to be playing a few of them. Please let's go on with that. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Just a few minutes more. The judges have just reached out to mention that in the next few minutes, less than 5 minutes, the action by competition is also that all applicants were required to have something. Applicants must be in 10% ownership in the startup. It's no news that there is an uneven number of women and men in the startup ecosystem. And the founder of Vazi Legal is very committed to empowering women in the startup ecosystem. She's very committed to ensuring that we have more women in this sector playing it big. And that is why one of the requirements for the people, for the applicants, people who apply for this pitch competition is to have at least one member of the founding team, a woman, just as a woman, but with at least 10% ownership. Okay, so we have some noise from Tuver. Tuver, please can you unmute? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I was saying that the founder of Vazi Legal is very committed to having at least one person as one part of the founding team members of these startups as a woman with a minimum of 10% ownership. Very, very interesting, very outstanding. Well done to the team. Well done to the team for this great, great initiative. Let me also very quickly, I'm not sure I did this earlier, let me very quickly recap and share with you the profiles of our judges. Our judge, Tiani Majoko, is the co-founder of ANU and Investment Scout for Indie VC. If you have been part of this conversation, she has shared her email address in the chat box. So we do encourage you, if you'd like to speak with her, connect with her. That's one of the amazing opportunities that you have as one of the 8 finalists of this competition. You can definitely reach out to her and she will reach back to you and see how she can work with you. Our second judge is Wiza Jalakasi. He is the head of Global Business Development and Strategy at Hove Developer Services Inc. and Investment Scout Ventures platform and Microtraction. He also shared with us his email address, so if you would love to reach out to him, please do so, and you can definitely work something out. Our final judge, Tejumade Afonja, she is the co-founder of AI Saturdays Lagos. It may also interest you to know that all our judges are from different parts of Africa, and as they say, the future of Africa is very bright, very, very bright, very, very bright, and there's so much talent. We heard all of the ideas from 4 countries in Africa gathered here today: Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Zimbabwe, and you and I will both agree that all of the ideas shared by all the startups are very interesting, very profound, very revolutionary, if I may say so myself. I know that our judges are already getting ready to announce the winners. This is really, really the moment that we have all been waiting for. Please give me a minute as I speak very quickly to them to confirm that they are ready to announce the winner. This is the part where we have our hearts beating, our hands shaking, we're ready to hear who will go home with the $1,000, who will go home with a whopping cash prize of $1,000, in addition to the amazing opportunities that Vazi Legal is giving, not just the winner of this competition, but the first runner-up and the second runner-up. Let me read out to you the prizes for the first runner-up. The first runner-up will go home with 10 hours of high-level legal advisory, a cash prize of $500, detailed training on negotiating with investors, amazing, introduction to Vazi Legal's network, and mentorship for accelerator applications. Wow, wow, wow. And all 8 finalists for today's competition are from varying sectors in Africa, from blockchain and cryptocurrency, healthcare and wellness, supply chain, logistics, social and mobile e-commerce, education technology, education finance. All finalists from different sectors in Africa. Let me quickly confirm with our team. Please don't forget to share your thoughts on the different presentations that we have heard today in the chat box on YouTube. If you're joining us on YouTube, also please, we encourage you and we crave your indulgence to vote for the finalists of your choice using the link in the chat box on YouTube. Let us know if you have done that. Drop us a comment. We want to interact with you. We want to chat with you. And like I said before, please follow on Instagram, connect with Vazi Legal on Twitter. We'll be very, very, very happy to connect with you. There's so much more coming from Vazi Legal, and this is the first edition, ladies and gentlemen, first edition of UnHacked. It's going to be bigger and better next year, very, very much more bigger and better, and I am very excited. I don't know about you. Okay, this just come to my attention. Then about 2 minutes from now, we are going to announce the winner of this competition. Have you networked in the comment section? I was at an event earlier last week, and the moderator was also sharing, one of the speakers rather, was sharing how that when we come for virtual events like this, we just come and we watch and we go about our daily activities. We're not networking. Have you networked with someone in the comment session? Can you drop for us your name and what you do in the comment section? We want to meet you. Please drop in the comment section on YouTube your name. Tell us what you do. You can also drop your social media handles, and someone will definitely connect with you. We have several startup owners, founders watching right now, and I'm sure that there's so much that you can do with and in partnerships. In the next few minutes, we're counting down to the moment when the winner will be announced. Wow. The next few minutes, we are going to have the winner of UnHacked 2020 announced. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but Vazi Legal, they have lawyers with over 30 years combined experience in the startup and early stage financing ecosystem and the most vibrant markets across the world, and therefore have relationships with key stakeholders that are invaluable to you and your business. In addition to deep expertise, they offer clients flexibility and they ensure that clients have cost certainty. The fee they quote is the fee that you pay, no hidden charges. Their goal at Vazi Legal is to deal with all legal issues so that clients can spend time actually running their business. And the UnHacked, where African-focused technology startups pitch their companies for a chance to emerge as winners. And Vazi Legal is very lucky to work with some of the most innovative companies in the African ecosystem, and this competition is really their own way of paying it forward. And as a requirement for participation in this competition, each finalist is required to have one member of the founding team to be a woman with at least 10% ownership startup. If they are only two, we are ensuring female declining percentage of women in tech. Let me read out for you the rules of participation in this competition. We had over 140 applicants before we were able to shortlist the final 8. And what were the rules of participation? One Africa, as you can see with the different pitch presentations that we have had, one member of the founding team should be a woman with at least 10% ownership in the startup. 3, the startup should be focused in one of the following areas: blockchain logistics, social and mobile commerce, education technology, and education finance. The applicants were also required to have a product that is at least demo ready, if not launched yet. Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much, Vazi Legal. Thank you, Ken, with the Vazi Legal team. My heart is beating, my hands are shaking. I'm really, really very excited to know who will go home with the grand prize. Wow. Wow. Okay.
and I really keep believing in community to believe in it. So.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sticking with us. Thank you very much. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for waiting to hear the winner of these historic events, the first of its kind, the first UnHacked edition by Vazi Legal. It's now time to announce the winner. I will hand over now to Tejumade, one of our distinguished guests, Tejumade Afonja, to announce the winner of an UnHacked 2020. Tejumade. Can Tejumade hear me? Can Tejumade Afonja hear me? Okay, if Tejumade Afonja cannot hear me, can Mo hear me? Mo, I would like to hand over to you to announce the winner of UnHacked Pitch Competition 2020. Okay. Please, can I know if Mo can hear me? Can Mo or Tejumade hear me? As the winner is announced. Mo, are you ready?
Oh, hi, everybody. Sorry, I just logged back in. Are we ready to make the announcements now? Have all the judges?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, the judges have finished deliberating, and Tejumade will be making the announcements on their behalf.
Thank you so much, Mo. Hi, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Before we go ahead to announce today's winner, I would like to thank everyone again for the great presentation. And those were like really cool solution. And I really look forward to seeing all of this in market at some point. So we had a tie, which we are using the popular votes to break. I'm going to go over the second runner-up. I was waiting for a drum roll. Okay. so the second runner-up for today's UnHacked pitch is Chorvel. And yeah, and the first runner-up and the first runner-up for today UnHacked pitch goes to GD Trust.
Oh wow.
GD Trust, well done.
Yay! And then the final,
okay,
and then
wow, the moment we have
the moment we've all been waiting for. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. And the winner, yeah. So, and the winner for today's UnHacked pitch goes to Bear.
Congratulations, Bear. I don't think we even saw her face actually, but it's fine. Yeah, congratulations. So if you don't mind, I was just gonna do like a outro. Thank you so much, everybody. This is the first time we're hosting a virtual competition. I wasn't sure how long it would take, but I really appreciate everyone who has stayed and everyone who who took the time to send in the pitches. And just like I said earlier, this competition doesn't mean that your business, it's not a referendum on your business. As it says, we just have very, very few spaces, but for us, we would always still like to be in touch with everybody who had participated, because I think the fact that you made it as a finalist means that you have something that is worth putting a lot of resources into. And as Vazi Liga, we're happy to still help you in any way we can. So I just wanted to say thank you very much. Thank you to our judges. Thank you to everybody else. And you'll be hearing from us in a couple of days. Thank you so much. So Kemi, please feel free to end the show.
Thank you very much, everybody, for being a part of today's competition. Thank you for making history with us. Just like Mo said, this is the first edition of the UnHacked pitch competition. We look forward to a bigger and better competition next year. Congratulations to our finalists, to the winners rather, to the first person, the first runner-up, and the second runner-up. Congratulations also to every other person, to our remaining 6 or 5 finalists. Thank you very much for applying for this competition. You are amazing. Have an amazing evening or afternoon or morning wherever you are across the world. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.